how I left everything I knew and I built freedom online. And this is my honest story. What would you do if you woke up one day and you realized everything that you had built, all your life around you, was no longer sustainable? That career that defined you for decades was taking more than it was giving. And that life that you were living looked nothing like the life that you actually wanted. Friend, that was me. And today I'm going to tell you my honest story. Welcome back to Simple Digital Life with Christy. And today it's a little different. No tutorials, no how-tos. It's just me. And I want to be completely honest with you today about where I came from, what changed, and why I walked away from everything familiar to build something I had never done before. Because I think that you really need to hear the story. Some of you might know my story, but for the ones of you that don't, I want to give you a little bio of me. I am a wife to an amazing husband. We have 4 grown children and their spouses. We have 10 amazing grands and 2 grand-in-laws. And why my journey began online, my husband asked me not to re-sign my contract. I was teaching in public ed for 1 year, and I was working 8 to 16 hours a day. And I'm not kidding. It wasn't just Monday through Friday. It was every day. On Saturdays, I was grading papers. Sunday, I was inputting grades. And I was sitting at the kitchen table one day, and he just looked at me, and he's like, babe, please don't sign your contract. I just want my wife back. I just want you to come home. I'm so tired of not having you at the events of our grandkids, and I'm so tired of you not having your time with me. We can't do anything. You can't ever get a sub. Just come home. So whenever I was missing all of those events, that was a turning point for me. And whenever he said that, I looked at him and I was like, babe, I can't just come home. I cannot just sign our contract. We have 10 beautiful grandkids. We need that extra income. He said, I don't care if you find something to do. I don't even care if you make $500 extra a month. I just want my wife back. And friends, sometimes you've got to realize what is going on in your life. Sometimes you've just got to look back. So let me take you back. For 23 years, I was a nail tech, and I loved it because I could go to work and be with my kids' schedule. So if they had an event at school, I could go to their event. I could plan around it. But for 23 years, I was working in a position that took a toll. And in that 23 years, at the end of it, I was starting to do my second career in the prison system. And I was subbing, but I was still doing my nails. And my dad got really sick, and my sister had a brain tumor. And family was more important to me than my career or my careers. And so I walked away from my nail degree, and I just took time to be with my family and do what I needed to do with them. And then the principal at the prison was like, Christy, you've just got to come and be with us full time. And I'm like, I don't know. But this was after my dad had passed. So I ended up teaching in the prison system for 15 years. That's something that I really didn't think when I got my degree in math that I was going to be teaching in a prison system for 15 years. But guess what, friends? Sometimes you don't know where God's leading you to, and sometimes you just got to go and do the things. Sometimes you've got to understand trading your time for money is a cycle that never ends until you decide to end it. There was a season in my life where I needed to be present in a way that work simply would not allow that. My family needed me, not a paycheck, not a schedule, not the version of me that showed up exhausted and spent every day like that. They needed my presence, and I could not give that to them the way things were. That was the moment that I started asking different questions. Not, how do I work smarter? But how do I work differently? Not, how do I make money? But how do I build something that gives me my time back? And honestly, friends, I was scared. But I stepped out in faith because I wasn't a techie person. I did not know what the digital online business background was all about. And I had no roadmap. I was just desperate need for something different and a willingness to figure it out. Everything's figure outable. So I made a decision. I was going to learn something new. And I want to go back because when I was 14, I lost my mom. And my mom told my sister and my brother and I when we were growing up, if you learn something every day, you will succeed in the world and the world will not succeed around you. Friends, learn something new every day. And so when I made that decision, I was going to learn something new. I was going to learn one skill at a time. I was going to take it one step at a time. And I was going to do it one day at a time. And to be honest with you about what that looked like, it wasn't instant. It wasn't easy. There was days I questioned everything about, oh my gosh, this is just like so much. But I kept showing up and I kept learning and I kept growing and I kept knowing that there was stuff out there that was a step by step that would help me succeed, help me build, help me plant those seeds. Because you know what? This is what I learned. Whenever I kept showing up, I knew about the seeds. Being a farmer's daughter, I know how seeds are. You plant them, you water them, and you tend to them. And you trust the process, even when you cannot see anything growing yet. And slowly things started to shift. I learned how to create content. I learned how to build automations. I learned how to build a community. I learned how to generate income online in ways that I never, ever dreamed that I would. And guess what? I only work a couple of hours a day. And I do not have to work 8 to 16 hours a day anymore. One day, I looked up and I realized I could work from anywhere, remotely from anywhere, on the beach, in the mountains. It didn't matter. As long as I had my phone and my Wi-Fi connection, I'm good. So I was present with my family and I was building something that was going to last. That is when presence over paycheck stopped being just a phrase and it became a mission in everything I do. I want other families to know that they can have the presence over paycheck as well. Friend, I'm not sharing my story to impress you. I'm sharing it because I want you to see yourself in it. I want you to see your journey just like my journey. Because even a nail tech, a prison teacher, a regular classroom teacher, a mom, a grandma with no background can build something simple in a digital life that gives her the freedom and the presence. And so can you, my friend. Your story is different from mine. Your reasons are your own. And your journey will look completely unique to you. But the principles are the same. You still just need one skill, one step, and one day at a time. And the seeds that you plant today, even those small ones, and even the ones that you don't even see and feel like nothing is happening, those are your harvest for tomorrow. So friend, if this story resonated with you, and if something resonated with you in my story that you want to hear more of, just drop in the comments below. What is your why? Why are you in this season yourself? Why are you looking for something different? Your why matters. And I want to know what your why is. Because if you can see those two kids up there on that wall, the one on the top is my daughter. The one on the bottom is my son. I lost him 15 years ago this August in a rodeo accident. My daughter, I spent the last 3 years on a medical journey with her, not knowing if she was going to live or not. And she is. You never know what your journey is. But do you realize in the last 3 years, while I was on a medical journey with her, I had this business. And this business allowed me to work remotely from anywhere and help her on her medical journey. Whether we were at Phoenix at the Mayo Clinic, whether we were at her home, whether we were at my home, or whether we were in the stock show, going up and down the roads of Texas, going to all the majors with her kids. I worked remotely from anywhere. So friends, your story is yours. Your why is yours. My why is my family. And I never wanted to miss another moment ever with them. And that's why I want to know your why, because your why matters. So hit that subscribe button. if you haven't already, so that you will never miss another video ever again that's coming on the channel, because I'm going to do step-by-step beginner learning into your ecosystem, building your own ecosystem in the digital world, in the simple, easy digital life. And if you're ready to take that first step, the link is in the description below. Go check it out, buildingdigitally.com. It's going to have the most amazing video on there to show you exactly how easy it is, step by step. Everything's already built for you. But more importantly, if you just want to join my free community, that's linked below as well. It is Building Digitally with Christy. I am an app on your phone on the school platform. And come join me, because I would love to meet a new friend. So you don't have to have it all figured out, friend, and you won't have it all figured out, but you can come join a community of people that's already on that journey, that's already a step ahead of you, that's already there to where they can guide you in your journey. You know what? I want to leave you with this. God loves you. I love you, my friend, and I will see you on the next video.